The Rebbe is talking about the destruction of the temple. We're learning the mimer in Sefer Maimorim Contrasim Aleph by the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe. This is a mimer the previous Rebbe said when he was in Jerusalem. Previous Lubavitcher Rebbe, after he was released from prison and from exile and etc., torture, so he, a year and a half later, something like that, he went to Israel to pray at the graves of the tzaddikim. He was there for 2 weeks, and then he went to America, and he stayed in America and traveled to different cities in America for about a year, and then he went back to Riga. That was where his was, and then eventually he moved to Poland, and in Poland there was this is in 1929. He got back to Poland about 1930, and then he, the 1939, the war broke out. He was in the bombing of of Poland, and he got out, and he escaped from Poland to America. Then he came to America. That's where he was in America from 1940 until his passing away in 1950. And this, he said, when he was in Israel, shortly after leaving Russia the first time. So he's talking about the destruction of the temple. He says the third temple will be rebuilt by the Mashiach, but he needs our help to do it. How does he do it? By means of, how do we do it? How do we do it? By means of Torah and its commandments. Good morning. How important is the Torah? We're on page 118. How important is the Torah? Says the Torah transforms bad to good. And when Jews learn the Torah, it says Hashkifa mim'on kodshecha min hashamayim. Shamayim means the Torah. Do you remember this from yesterday, Yonah? The Torah is min hashamayim. What does shamayim mean? Shamayim. Brishis bor Elokim et hashamayim v'toretz. Yom hashishi vayechulu hashamayim. Heaven. So it says, there's a pasuk in Parshas Kitavo. It says that when you bring your first fruits to this, you have to make a statement to God and say, God, I brought the first fruits. I didn't do anything wrong, and I didn't use it in an improper way. And now God, look down, gaze down, hashkifa, gaze down from heaven, min hashamayim. So the Rebbe said this word hashkifa always is for bad. Whenever it says that God was mashkif, that he gazed, it means something bad is going to happen. God's going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. He's going to destroy something. This is the only time when the word mashkif is used, which is a bad word, and it means for a blessing. Why? Because you're looking down from the heavens. And what is the heavens, says the Rebbe? The heavens, we can also look from the heavens. What is the heavens? The Torah. You remember that we learned yesterday? Torah? God has the ability, if the Jews learn the Torah, and it doesn't have to be all the Jews learn the Torah, but it's best if they do. The more the better. More blessings the better. Okay, first word on the line is chukecha. It is approximately 15 lines from the bottom of page 118. Please be with me. Try to follow along. If you have any questions, please ask. Our enemies want to destroy the Jews, and mainly they want to cut the Jews off from the Torah. Ukomo Haman, like Haman. Asher bikesh, that he wanted. Okay, you with me? Are you with me? First word on the line is chukecha. See it? You have it? Put your finger there. You see? Let's see where you put your finger. Let's see. There's no. From the bottom of the page. Bottom of the page. 15 lines from the bottom. Count from the bottom. About 15 lines. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Exact. Oh no, 13. Okay. Ukomo Haman, like Haman. Asher, that bikesh, he wanted lahashmid, larog, ulabed, to destroy, to liquidate, and to kill destroy with all the Jews. It called Yudim. Minar vad zakein taf anashim. Young people, old people, babies, women. Mi beli lahashir, without leaving over chas v'shalom surid v'palit. Even one Jew. Haman, worst decree that was ever on the Jews. Worst decree. Haman was the number one man for a short amount of time. To Achashverosh. Achashverosh ruled the whole world. Hitler only, at least at best, he ruled over Europe. Didn't even get to England. He ruled over Europe, he ruled over, let's say, big parts of Russia. So in that, he could kill all the Jews that were there. And he wanted to kill them all. Babies, old people, everybody. Kill them all, wipe them all out. Why in the world did he want to do a thing like that? Why did the world? Same reason Haman did. Haman had control over the whole world. He had access to every Jew in the whole world, and he wanted to kill all the Jews at once. How did he do it? He told all the people, everybody get their swords ready. We're going to kill all the Jews. I'll tell you when to do it. When to do it. The idea was every person would kill their next door neighbor. If there was a Jew.
It's interesting what you just said. Ashverosh had control of the Jews and control of the world. No. He didn't have really like he didn't have control of the whole world, but he had the world the part of the world that he was control of contained all the Jews. And so inadvertently, saying what's very interesting is that he controlled the whole world because he controlled the area that the Jews were.
Okay, but if you want to say that, listen, Hitler also controlled the area. I guess there were, okay. If you want to, I understand. Anyway, Hitler would have liked it very much if he could have controlled America, and I guess maybe he wanted to do that through Japan, America and South America, and places where a lot of Jews ran away. Also, they ran away in Russia. They ran away
Russia away in the Purim story.
To other part, huh?
In the Purim story,
they couldn't run away. There was nowhere to run away. So he wanted to kill all the Jews. Ask even today, what is this thing about the Jews? Why do people so much they want to kill the Jews? The Jews have all the money. The Jews have all the money. Right? And not only that, there's a couple nice Jews. There's poor Jews. A lot of poor Jews. They don't have any money. They're in the plot. Prove something. The Jews don't. Jews are making a plot. Get two Jews together, they don't agree. You get the Jews they're making a world plot. You want to tell the world the Jews agree on anything? What are you talking about? Right? All these Jews in America, the 72% Jews in America that they voted against Trump, right? They don't like. These people are in a plot to destroy the world, right? Right? Everybody's why do they hate the Jews? It has nothing to do with logic. They hate the Jews and they try to find reasons afterwards. The reason they hate the Jews is because they hate God. They don't want anybody to tell them that this is the absolute law. You have to do. And every Jew, even the most non-religious Jew in the world, it's there in potential. The non-Jews know it. It's there in potential. Any second, every Jew, the most non-religious, anti-religious, Trotsky, who knows who, can wake up and say, wow, I'm a Jew. The Torah is right. Right? Hashem is the king of the universe. Right? Everybody, you're being given a guide to life, the Torah. There's this, I knew it. World plot. He didn't just want to kill the Jews, he wanted to kill Judaism. To rip away Judaism. To call Yisrael, because every single Jew, maminim b'nei maminim. Every Jew is a believer, the son of a believer, be'emuna pshuta, in simple faith. That this is, the first word on the line is bakal. 10 lines from the bottom of the page. Bakal. This is bakal Yisrael b'shava, in every Jew equally. Look what the Rebbe is saying. The people who threw the previous Rebbe into prison wanted to kill him. And they ran after him, even after he got out of prison. They wanted to kill him, were Jews. This is what was called the Yevtsektia, the Jewish sector. Jews, they wanted to kill him. Nevertheless, the Rebbe is saying every Jew believes in God, every single Jew, without exception. Ukamaimer, like it says, Shem Shamayim Shagur B'fi Kol. The name of God is found in everyone's mouth. Right? You hear people saying, "Oh, you got one." I heard it. Somebody told me. He said, his mother said to a friend of hers. He overheard his mother saying, "Oh, I've got two sons. One of them became a mamish a nut. It was just so disgusting. He became this religious guy with this Chabad movement or something, and he doesn't eat what I eat. And on Shabbat, he doesn't want to go with us, and he doesn't want to look at television on Shabbos. Doesn't want to look at television anymore in general. And he stands in the corner. He moves and this. Says it's terrible. Says, what about your other son? I said, my other son, he's totally not religious. Thank God. Really? The Kulam Omrim, everyone says, Baruch Hashem, thank God, Bez Hashem, with God's help. Haman a Russia, Haman evil, Haman Bikesh Laberet Yadut. And Haman wanted to destroy Judaism. And the only way to do that is destroy every Jew. Ita b'Midrash Rabbah, it says in Midrash Rabbah, the Omer Haman said, Ein ani sholeach yad techila, okay, Herschel, Ella, but be'ela tinokos, only in the children. Hainu b'chedei lafo chas v'shalom, in order to transform his thought, his evil thought, asher chashav al Yehudim, that he thought on the Jews, la'abdam, to destroy them. How did he do it? In those days, everybody learned the Torah. First of all, he's going to get the children who learn Torah. Haman. That was his big enemy, the children learning Torah. That's what it says in the Midrash Rabbah. Kativ, it is written, Vayehi b'yemei Achaz. It says in the days of Achaz. Anytime it says Vayehi, it means something bad is going to happen. Omer Achaz. Achaz was one of the kings of I think Achaz was a king of Yehuda. Achaz, have to look it up. Achaz said, Im ein gedim, yes, im ein gedim ein tayashim. If there are no little goats, there aren't any big goats. Kach gam im ein katanim im gedolim. If there's no children, there won't be any older people. Im ein gedolim ein talmidim. If there's no older people, there won't be any pupils. Im ein talmidim ein chachamim. If there's no pupils, then there's no one's going to know the Torah. No one will be wise. Im ein chachamim ein zakenim. If there's no wise people, there won't be any elders. Im ein zakenim. And if there's no elders, there's no Torah. Now that's the sikha that we're learning in the afternoon, right? About the elders, and Moshe got the Torah on Sinai, gave it to the elders. Im ein Torah. If there's no Torah, there's no Beit Knesset. No one's going to know to pray to God. Im ein Beit Knesset, ein Kodesh Baruch Hu Mishar Shechinata B'Olam. Then God is not going to be found in the world. Ma, so then Achaz said, then I can do what I want to. We can worship idols. We can. Ma, so Achaz, what did he do? Ahmad Vanal called Beit Knesset. He closed all the synagogues. V'zel lo yizacher shem Yisrael od. Like they did in Russia. Okay, Herschel. The Yisrael hu yesh shishim riboyos b'Torah. What is the word Yisrael? Yud Shin Reish Aleph Lamed. Yesh, there are 10,000 letters in the Torah. 600,000 letters in the Torah. There's 600,000. There's different ways of figuring this out, because in fact there aren't that many. There's about 1/3 that many letters in the Torah. But if you count all the vowels, and if you count, there's different ways of. But it says a lot of places. There's 600,000 letters in the Torah. One letter for each person. Each and every Jew has a letter in the Torah. And of course the Rebbe made a whole campaign out of this, that every Jew should have a letter in the Sefer Torah. The ot hazeh hu mosif lo chayot v'or, sorry. That every Jew has a letter in the Torah. Now you probably know that all of the Torahs are exactly the same. Okay, Herschel?
Everyone's names?
What? Everybody's name is in the Torah, but everybody has a letter in the Torah. What is the letter in the Torah? Maybe big tzaddikim know what it is, but nevertheless, the Torah enlivens the world, but especially the Torah enlivens the Jews. And every Jew has a letter in the Sefer Torah. In other words, the letters of the Sefer Torah, the letters which are in the Torah scroll, are not really part of the world. They are part of the world when they're written down, etc. But really the world is a part of the letters of the Torah. The world comes from the Torah. That's what we believe. Lochein, call Yisrael, therefore all the Jews are one. The world depends on the Jews. Right? These people that say that the Jews have this plot to conquer the world, the Jews have a plot. Well, in some way, even though they're totally wrong, they think the Jews want to take over the world for money or for who knows what, or just to destroy the world. The fact of the matter is, it's exactly the opposite. The Jews themselves don't even know it. The Jews really want to make the world an honest, meaningful, blessed, holy place. That's what the Jews want. What does that mean? To reveal that the whole thing is a creation. God is creating everything. We've said this a lot of times. And that God is creating everything with a purpose, that everyone should feel this purpose. Even every non-Jew has a purpose in the world. Every non-Jew is special. Nobody's like anybody else. Every snowflake is different. At least that's what they say. I don't know if anybody ever examined all the snowflakes. But all the fingerprints are all different. Everyone's fingerprints are different. There's no two people that have the same fingerprints. Never been found. To the degree where you put your fingerprints down, they know who you are. They have for sure there's not going to be anybody else that ever was like you, or that is like you, or probably there never will be like. So if everybody's fingerprints, which is a pretty mundane thing, is different, personalities for sure are different, and potentials for sure are different. That's what it means that the Jews are the responsible for the whole world. And that's what it means that every Jew has a letter in the Torah, because the whole entire world, the universe, comes from the Torah. That's what we believe. No matter what the Jew is, no matter who he is, how are you moser nafsho ala Torah? Every Jew is willing to give his life for the Torah. Every Jew. That's what makes him a Jew. We see that it's not so. Right? Jews are not at all willing to give. Yeah, go up to this non-religious, anti-religious Jew and say, you're not a Jew. You'll see the reaction. Right? All of a sudden, what are you talking about? I'm a Jew. Who are you to tell me what I am? Right? You go up to him and say, you're not Chinese. You're not Japanese. They say, you're right, I'm not Japanese. My parents aren't Japanese. See, I told you you're not Japanese.
I don't want to test that theory.
See? What do people care? Here we have people that are totally non-religious Jews. They hate Judaism. You're not a Jew. The person will say, I'm just as good a Jew as you are. And you know what? They're right. The fact is they're right. Essentially, their essential Judaism is exactly the same as my Judaism, as is Moses' Judaism. And why? Because every Jew is willing to give his life for the Torah. That is the essence of Judaism, but he doesn't even know. He doesn't know what the Torah is. V'kol echad ve'echad miYisrael, and each and every Jew, mechuyav, is obligated, limsor nafsho ala Torah, to give his life for the Torah. In other words, life is infinitely more important than we can imagine. That's the point of the Jews. The Jews are the chosen people. We're chosen to tell the non-Jews that they are infinitely more important to God than they can possibly imagine. And that they have infinitely more potential to do good than any of their religions or philosophies or universities or parents or whatever tell them. Infinitely more blessed. Automatically. You don't have to believe in anything. You're a creation of God. That's a sign that God likes you. No, he's doing that for you for free. So do something for him for free. But the people who hate God, the oivav, and the enemies of God, all of their intention, who is labed at the Torah of Israel, to destroy the Torah and the Jews. That's what it means. That's what it means. Let's go and destroy them as a nation. in Tehillim, Psalms, the call Cheftzam, that the whole desire of the anti-Semites, the people who hate Jews, they are Sonei Hashem, they hate God. Asher Am Yisrael Chas v'Shalom Yitkolel Bein Hagoyim. They have a better way of doing it. That's why the first Rebbe of Chabad was a tremendous enemy of Napoleon. Because Napoleon got a genius idea. Right? And before Napoleon, the church tried to force the Jews to convert. Well, it was the time of the Tsar and the time of this. They tried to force the Jews to convert. Napoleon came along with a genius idea. Be nice to the Jews.
Kill them with cheesecake.
Yeah, we'll kill them with kindness. Be nice to the Jews, accept the Jews, appreciate the Jews. I once read a little pamphlet by a very famous French philosopher called Jean-Paul Sartre. And he wrote over there about the importance of the Jews and the greatness of the Jews and the uniqueness of the Jews and the wonderfulness of the Jews and the contributions of the Jews and the whole thing was just praising the Jews. I thought, whoa, this is really something. I didn't know it. And finally, in the end, he said, and if you want them all to dissolve, assimilate in French society so that there won't be any more Jews, look and see exactly what his language is. We have to be nice to them. If we're nice to them, then they'll intermarry with us, and then there won't be any more Judaism. And that was the goal. And it wasn't anything new. He didn't say anything new. In general, he didn't say anything new. But he has a book that's like, what is it, the 4,000 pages, some crazy thing, being and nothingness. The whole thing says nothing as well. The whole thing is kishimo keinu, like it's just convoluted nothingness. No. That's the way to pass your time. And so,
Read it, your mind turns to nothing.
right, you turn to nothing. Huh? Nistar? Why is it Nistar? It's revealed to emptiness. Okay.
It's nothing.
It's complete nothingness. Complete nothingness. Okay. That's what it is. The haters of Jews, they hate God. They want to destroy Judaism. However, also by assimilation, v'yilmadu mimaseim, and learn from their ways. V'yachshavu et Torah rak lachachma. They should consider the Torah. The Torah, you can't deny the Torah. I think the Bible is the best-selling book in the world. That's what somebody told me. Rak lachachma v'yadia bilvad. It's just knowledge. It's just idea. It's ideas, right? It's a book of ideas. Hainu la'alim al or kadush the Torah, to conceal the light of the holiness of the Torah. There were actually people that were big geniuses in the Torah, and they totally did not believe in God. There were people, we talked about this, that they knew Kabbalah. They didn't do the commandments, anything. They didn't have any, it didn't affect their personal lives in any way. Exactly the opposite. They conquered the Torah. Now they have the Torah inside of my mind. I can do what I want. That the whole Torah should just be considered to be a very wise book, the wisdom of the Jews. The idea, and just knowledge, like it says, Chas v'Shalom yafiku zamamam. If they really do succeed in what they wanted, that the Torah will be nechshav as only lechachma, only just like an idea, v'yadiyah bilvad, and just knowledge alone, and that's unfortunately what they tried to do in Israel. You see the Israeli educational system, right? No such thing as God, no such thing as leaving Egypt, no such thing as receiving the Torah. Torah is a book from Moses. Moses brought it from Mount Sinai. He sat up there and he wrote it. He was, inspired, like all the other religions. They have a guy gets inspired. He writes a book. People have religious yearnings